that's what it always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. And it's Caruso in at the point guard. And for the Timberwolves, the backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Anderson is out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out a lot right now.
Russell, no good. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they filled the Wolves.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's Anderson, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Right side, Russell, 5 on the clock. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Offline with his 3. It's DeRozan with the drive.
Boy, this guy's so quick with the ball in his hands. DeRozan's acceleration makes him effective.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Gobert lays it up off the glass.
Now, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Bean passes to DeRozan. Passes to Caruso. Outside DeRozan. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
They grabbed their own miss.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Caruso looking for an opening. The pass to Levine. Over Edwards. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
How about those instincts from the 7-footer? Vucevic uses that size to snag offensive rebounds.
Russell passes to Edwards. Russell against Caruso. Outside, Russell knocks it loose. Back to Edwards. Russell against Caruso. Here's Gobert. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Williams throws it down.
And that's a case where DeMar DeRozan's teammates benefiting from him being a willing distributor. This is a very team-first guy.
Now, here's McDaniels. Edwards passes to McDaniels. They get it again. Anderson. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Outside DeRozan. Anderson with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Yes, that goes in.
Well, putting all of that 7-foot frame to use, Rudy Gobert has been one of the consistent offensive rebounders in the league.
Caruso kicks to DeRozan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. We saw the WNBA launch the Commissioner's Cup, but what are your thoughts, Doris, about a mid-season tournament being added to the NBA?
Kevin, it's hard not to look at the positive effect that the play-in situation has had on the NBA. Think about it, how much more competitive games are down the stretch of the regular season. So because of that success, I am very open to adding a mid-season tournament.
Stolen by McDaniels. It's hauled in by the Bulls, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach.
Now, here's McDaniel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Knocked away. Stolen by Levine. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the rim.
Here's McDaniels. That one doesn't drop.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
DeRozan against Gobert. And it's DeRozan missing. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 6. Now, here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Anderson trying to free himself up. Gobert can't hit. DeRozan surveying the D. At the elbow, Vucevic. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency. Solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
Osumu, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Edwards. Bucket 6. And here's Russell. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. You know, Greg, adding to that for Vucevic, the last 2 seasons, he's been excellent in the playoffs.
Great point, Kevin. His numbers were up over what he did in the regular season. He hits clutch shots, gives them a physical presence, and he is just a rock in the middle.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Rivers in for D'Angelo Russell.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Osumu, the pass to Williams, and the basket is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Rivers. They could use a bucket. Can't hit that one. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
And already they've taken a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Wow, and that vertical is unbelievable. DeRozan pulls off the jam. Those poor defenders.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Noel comes in for Edwards. Here's Noel. Guarded by Levine.
Hey, move around.
Kicks it to Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Prince. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Here's Rivers. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
DeRozan in the corner.
Screen.
Fade away. Reed with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Good. That one on target from Noel.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Dosunmu, the pass to Williams. He kicks to Vucevic. Shoots from 12. Rebound, Minnesota. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Prince's shot is good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
The Bulls leading by 9. Now DeRozan. 29 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Rivers gets a wide open look. No good on the three. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Timberwolves trailed by 11.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
The Timberwolves shooting their first foul shots of the night here. Rivers hits both of them. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Passes it to Prince. Reed with it. Defended by Drummond. Reed kicks to Prince. 5 to shoot. Shoots over DeRozan. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by 11.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Bradley's check in for Chicago. 1:31 left here in the first quarter. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Prince's shot is good.
This guy has spent his career underrated. Prince can stretch the defense and do a lot of little things for you.
DeRozan on the wing. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 12-4 run. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Noel. Defended by Drummond. Shot clock at 5. Good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 13. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The layup missed. Timberwolves trailed by 6. Rivers in the corner. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
DeRozan passes to Dosunmu. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight. And there's the pass to Reed. Over Drummond. And so it's Chicago, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Bradley is out there without great trouble. And it's Kobe White. Then there's Dragic, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Here's White following the 3 by Minnesota to the inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
It's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
Pass to Forbes. Back to Edwards. Up top, Gobert, defended by Drummond. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
The Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. And it's Russell missing. Bulls leading by 6. Dragic finds Green. Outside Bradley. And Dragic has it in the corner. Pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Now, a pick-and-roll master. Dragic, great feel, great understanding of how to play and make passes in the 2-man game.
Pass to Forbes. Back to Russell. To the right side. Here's McDaniels. Off target from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now Dragic, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Great D that time from Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8-point game. Kicks it to Forbes. Here's Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of his generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Now here's LaVine. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota. And that one's good. Drummond.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Timberwolves trailed by 8. The pass to Forbes. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Bradley. Outside, LaVine. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Outside Edwards.
Who's blocking here?
Pass to Gobert.
Watch the screen.
Here is Forbes.
Pick coming.
The feed to McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Russell missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that...
Body control. Flair for the dramatic. Levine in style.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad. That reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Timberwolves trailed by 8. Russell inside. He's guarded by Dragic. Russell, no good.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Now here's Levine. He's guarded closely.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Andre Drummond. Williams comes in for Tony Bradley. And it's Alex Caruso in for Goran Dragic. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gobert. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, you get a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Timberwolves trailed by 7. Passes it to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here is Forbes. Guarded by Levine. Shot clock at 6. Russell from long range. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day great falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
It's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Now here's Levine. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Gobert with the block.
9'9" standing reach. Rudy Gobert twice on the pipes.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Back to Williams. And the pass to Green. In the corner, it's Levine. For Gobert. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I tell you, that jumper of Levine, so pure looking when he's in rhythm.
Forbes the pass to Russell. Now here's McDaniels. He's guarded by Williams. Gobert dishes to McDaniels. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
It's his first trip to the line.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for Edwards. Noel comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Rivers in for Russell. And then for Chicago, DeRozan comes in for Javonte Green. And it's Dosunmu in for Levine.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
For Minnesota, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Gobert, and it's Prince in for McDaniels. Pass to Dosunmu. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Dosunmu's got 8 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Over to the left wing. Anderson outside. Over Williams. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Back to DeRozan. Kept alive. Goes up again. He lays it in. 15 points in the game.
Well, you can see the long arms of DeMar DeRozan coming into play and helping snag that second chance opportunity.
Prince against DeRozan. Anderson in the post. DeRozan against Prince. Shoots over DeRozan. Prince misses. Chicago leading by 8. And here is Caruso. 5 points in the game. And DeRozan kicks to Caruso. DeRozan with it. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, if the defense naps in the pick-and-roll offense, DeRozan is too smart and too good and too skilled.
Up top, Reed. DeRozan against Prince. To halt the run, Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
Well, I think you know what you're going to get from DeMar DeRozan at the free throw line. Year in and year out, this guy's going to be about 80-85%.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Chicago. Now here's Rivers. Last time out, he had 14 points. Pass to Reed. The 3-ball. Trains the 3-pointer.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
And DeRozan. Here we go. Prince with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 8. Passes it to Noel. He kicks to Rivers. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. Prince misses.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
DeRozan against Prince. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And once... He got up in the air. He just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And takes it down for the fifth.
I mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. The fader. Here's Vucevic, and he lays it straight in. Vucevic has got 6.
Well, there's a certain strength that Vucevic possesses, so he can play through the contact and still score. That's nice.
Here's Reed, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls enjoying a 12th.
44. The Bulls, 56.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are leading by 12. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Their efforts in the paint have really paid.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Heading in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Kyle Anderson is out there at Gobert, and it's Russell in at point guard. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Now, here's McDaniel. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert trying to get open. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block.
That's good.
This young man is brimming with potential.
One shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Vucevic against Gobert. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Out to DeRozan. At the elbow, it's Levine. Over Edwards. Here's Vucevic. The pass to Caruso. Goes back up. No good. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
Well, this guy's a shifty player now. D'Angelo Russell adept at using various speeds to keep defenders off balance.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
Levine against Edwards. And they get it back. Outside DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Shoots over McDaniel. Out to DeRozan. They shoot again. And the Bulls with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 12. Russell with a wide open look. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Russell's got 7 points in the game. Edwards against Levine.
Zach Levine entered the league as an elite athlete and with instincts to score the basketball. But what you love is this guy wants to contribute to winning, and you see that by his willingness to compete on the defensive end.
Bulls making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Here's Russell. Caruso grabs the miss.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. On the wing, Levine. Edwards defending. Bradley deciding where to go with it. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Vucevic. The Bulls with another miss.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Russell against DeRozan. That's tipped. And the elbow, it's Gobert. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Caruso kicks to Levine. Caruso against Russell. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Drummond's checked in for Vucevic.
Andre Drummond.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
DeRozan for 3. They get it back. On the wing, Levine. Clock at 6. Feeds to Drummond. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 13. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. And Anderson has it in the corner. Outside Edwards. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Outside DeRozan. Levine against Edwards. Left side, DeRozan. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Pass to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Out left to the wing. Outside, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now, here's McDaniel. He's tightly guarded. Back to Edwards. Fires for 3. Edwards with another miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Chicago also making some changes. Green's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Dragic in for Alex Caruso. Russell inside. He's guarded by Dragic. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Russell. 10 points for Rudy Gobert.
Well, terrific movement from the big man. Rudy Gobert starting to master the screen and roll.
Dragic the pass to Brandt. Back to Dragic. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Taurean Prince comes in for McDaniels. And a change for the Bulls. Osumu, he's checked in for Levine. Down low, Reed kicks to Russell. At the line, Minnesota kicks it out to Prince. And another shot. That shot misses.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth, and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters to help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. Noel, he's checked in for Edwards. And Chicago also making a switch. Levine's checked in. Dragic. At the elbow, it's Brandt. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Outside Levine. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Prince kicks to Rivers. Passes to Forbes. Here's Reed, guarded by Levine. Tries from 16. Chicago grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the paint. Here's Bradley. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, passing windows open up for Zach LaVine.
Back to Forbes. Prince in the corner for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Outside Levine. The second chance effort. The rebound by Prince. Timberwolves trailed by 17. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Dragic. The shot's good from Forbes.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
I got him.
Puts one up from 19. The offensive rebound. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Andre Drummond has attacked the glass offensively as long as he's been in the league. Boy, those second chance points come quickly to this guy.
Now the pass to Forbes.
2 minutes.
Dishes it to Prince. Over Bradley. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got his third basket of the night.
With more repetition, you can see Taurean Prince evolving on the offensive end. Gets into the mid-range game. Go ahead, Taurean.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basket.
Rivers kicks to Forbes. Pass to Prince. To the middle. Here's Rivers. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rivers has got 8 points.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Many teams can use a multi-position defender like Taurean Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Taurean is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job contesting shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
Here's Noel, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 6 points for him.
Well, Austin Rivers, not just a scorer. This guy will set you up if you're open.
In the corner, it's Levine. Looking to end his cold.
Yeah, this is a little bit of showmanship right there, from his nifty handle to the way he finishes. Nicely done by Zach.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Reed with it, working on Drummond. Reed misses.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Al Levine, 11 points in the game. It's hauled in by Noel. Rivers in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And so it's the Chicago Bulls. 13 points up at the end of the period. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got Dosunmu, DeRozan out there with Vucevic. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's White in at the 2. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, this is the point where you say, uh-oh, DeMar DeRozan is going to start to get rolling. This guy can impose his will.
And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Down by 15. White against Edwards. Shoots over White. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Drummond. Pass to Dosunmu. Bulls moving the ball around. From 11 feet away. That's good from Williams. The assist from DeRozan.
The assist.
DeRozan's got 5 assists tonight.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Passes it to Anderson. Now here's McDaniel. DeRozan defending. From 12 feet out. They get it back. Gobert. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Boy, we think of Rudy Gobert as a rebounding and rim protecting force, but right now he is in rhythm offensively.
Outside DeRozan. A baseline Jay. Minnesota with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played home. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Russell. Outside DeRozan. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Anderson dishes to Russell. There's the pass to Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. And Anthony Edwards hits from deep. Edwards got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Minnesota. DeRozan with it. Now defended by Gobert. DeRozan passes to White. And again, no good by Chicago.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Russell high post. Anderson against DeRozan. Anderson right side. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. Gobert can't hit. Chicago leading by 8. Outside DeRozan. Down low. And Vucevic gets to DeRozan. Back to Vucevic. To end the drought. It's not going to go for him. Timberwolves go the other way with it. And he drops it in from the low post.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Mr. White. Back to DeRozan. Going inside. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got his 4th rebound in this one. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. Good work there as it goes. Now just a 4-point Chicago lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And they needed that. Their lead is getting smaller by the minute.
Anderson passes to McDaniels. Edwards with it. To Gobert. Outside Russell. Shades over, goes Sunu. They get the rebound. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 4 on the buckets from Gobert.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Outside Williams. And stolen by Russell. Now, here's McDaniel. Not a lot of room. That one goes. Counter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
DeRozan passes to Vucevic. Minnesota with the rebound. McDaniels got his 5th rebound in this one. To tie it up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
5th personal foul.
And that one misses. Levine's checked in for Chicago.
The line for Minnesota.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. 17 points was their biggest margin.
What a fantastic finish by Zach LaVine. Contact, yeah, I can finish through that.
Back to Edwards. Passes it to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Russell. Shoots over Dosunmu. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Chicago leading by 4. LaVine finds DeRozan. Outside Williams. Outside DeRozan. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, for all the athleticism he possesses, DeMar DeRozan's old-fashioned jumper is really the staple of his game.
And the pass to Edwards. Shoots over Dosunmu. Edwards can't hit. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. DeRozan against Gobert. Williams trying to break free, and he gets it back. Outside DeRozan. Kick out to Levine. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Levine's got 10 points here in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
McDaniels passes to Russell. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fast break, Chicago. DeRozan leading the charge. And there's the feed to Williams. Here's Edwards. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Levine. Inside, Williams. And that comes off the assist by Levine. And now it's a 10-point Chicago lead.
That's a really well-run pick and roll. You can see the game is starting to slow down for Levine.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, DeMar DeRozan.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin will see if they can make those.
Thank you, David. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Vucevic.
At the line for the Timberwolves,
That free throw, no good.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
And the Bulls making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Out to DeRozan. Lots of room. Misses off the left iron.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Edwards inside, guarded by Levine. Deep two from Russia. Offensive rebound. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Rudy Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Kick out to Levine. Over Edwards. Levine can't hit. Now here's McDaniel. Guarded by Levine.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Levine passes to DeRozan. Back to Levine. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He sends his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
That one misses for Levine. Timberwolves trail by 7. Anderson with the ball. Williams picks him up. And here's Edwards from the arc. Bean with the rebound. Levine's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A minute 20 left in the 4th quarter. For the 3. Connects from 3-point range. And it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
Boy, the form is beautiful from distance for Zach Levine. The elbow position, the follow-through, the snap of the wrist, it's all there.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Levine against Edwards. Levine kicks to DeRozan. Outside Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. Levine's shot is off. Here's Russell. There's the drive. Banked in off the glass.
Well, does he have the clutch gene? D'Angelo Russell says, yes, sir, I do.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
.34 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Edwards can't hit. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Williams. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're down by 7. Just 4 seconds left in the 4th. What's your take, guys?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Here's Noel. No good on the quick 3. Misses there. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.